What's up, Kyuzou here. So about 2 years ago I made a video called Zone Tips and Tricks, which seemed very appreciated, and I got enough feedback for a second video, and sadly no one really seemed to watch the second video. So today I am going to combine those two videos and make some smaller updates and corrections. Let's begin. So first of all, as you may or may not know as a new player, if you hold down control, you can actually reset a zone completely and make a brand new one. So, for example, if we want to make a brand new Tidal Island, we just hold down control, click the door, and then we can make a brand new instance. So a little tip for Tidal Island is if you come across this little slope here, it won't always be here. Sometimes it will be on the right side and sometimes on the left side, sometimes it's not here at all. But if you come across this one, in general, like 90% of all the times, it is faster to turn around the other direction to find Hailrake. And a little small tips for mudflats is that the quest items, the 3 quest items you need to pick up, they are like 98% of the time they're actually aligned as a triangle. I'm saying 98% of the time because there is one layout where they're sort of just in a row, sort of like a straight line, but that's only one out of all the possible layouts. So if we see here we got the first one, and up here we got the second one, and here's the third one. So as you can see, that was a triangle. You can also follow the streams here. So you get a water stream here. If you just follow this, it's going to lead you to the next one. And then if we follow the other one, like so, it is eventually going to lead us to the last one. A couple of tips for the Submerged Passage. Once you come across this little bridge here, this long bridge here, that means you are on the right track to finding the exit. Another small tip you can do as you're leveling a character is once you find this bridge, you will put a portal up. We will then run to the ledge. And once we're at ledge, or the climb, or the prison, by latest the prison honestly, you then just simply go back to town, take your portal, back to the submerge, and now this is going to save you some time to get the skill point quest in the flooded depths. So what actually saves time here is that once you go down to the flooded depths and you kill the boss, you will have to portal out or log out, and by doing so you're going to start way over here again, which means you're going to have to do the whole zone all over again to get back to the ledge. So this is a huge time saver. A very small tip and trick for the ledge. As you can see, these little rocks here, we zoom in on them, these 3 rocks here, these points towards where the bosses are, and this is also the way you want to go to get to the next zone. So should you make a brand new ledge, as you can see we don't have anything revealed, we don't know which way do I go to get to the climb. Well, we just look at which side the rocks are on and we'll just follow this. So by the magic of editing, you can see we started here, that's where the rocks were, and then we just went all the way down here and we found the climb. So the lower prison is among the more easier layouts, so basically always go left. If you can go up, it is always going to be up. If you can go down, it's going to be down. And if you find a dead end like this, you just turn around. And basically, if it's on the left side, it is pretty much always going to be on the upper side. As you can see here. So I'll run a couple more. We'll make a new one. And we'll go left. So here we can already tell that it's not going to be here because we have, if you see the book, that's where the trial is. And the only thing that can be up now is the trial, so we're going to head down. I should probably check this side too, since it's, if we can go like all the way, over here, then it's gonna be over there. We'll run a couple more. Go left, here's the trial. Can't go up, so we'll go down. So here, we can't go up to the trial again because it can't be there. And we can't go down any further here, so we'll just turn down and hug to the left. And there it is. Let's see if we can get one that points top right. Oh, this one's going to be down. So again, a complete dead end on the right side. So since we're forced to go to the left side, it's going to be on the upper side. Nope. Gonna be straight down basically on this one, I think. No. So if you find the book, that's where the trial is, and that's basically telling us that we are on the wrong side. So it should be straight down. Yeah. Because if my memory doesn't fail me, upper prison can never be like far bottom left. It can be straight down, or it can be over here, but it can never be down here. So it can be middle straight down, bottom right, top left, but never bottom right. Bottom left, Jesus. English is hard. Holy shit, I'm wasting so much time on lower prison. Can I please have the layout I'm looking for? Yes, we got it, I think. So this, so as you can see here, we have a passing up here. So this should mean that upper prison is going to be like up here somewhere. And it is. Alright, so that was lower prison. Let's move on to upper prison, which is a little bit harder. So here we are in upper prison, and upper prison has been notoriously horrible, awful to read where the warden chambers is for, well, all throughout Path of Exile's history. The upper prison has always in races been the oh no zone, like where do I go? So the way I read upper prison is I will always try to move into the middle. Like I will always assume, like you have basically two different layouts in upper prison. Either you have wardens in the corners, or you have wardens like directly above us here or directly below us here. So what I will do is I will always assume it's an inner layout. And by inner layout, obviously if you have wardens in the corners, that's an outer layout. If we have directly above us or below us, then that's an inner layout. So what I will attempt to do is, I will attempt to, if you like follow the mouse cursor, I will attempt to move into the middle like this. If I can't get into the middle, then the warden's chamber is going to be on the edges. I will typically always go up, and this won't allow me to go into. It might still be able to do it, force me into the middle here. But no, as you can see, there's no way of getting into the middle. So I can only assume it's going to be up here. I'm going to try and get moved into the corner of the map to the top right of the screen. And there it is. So I'll do a few more. Most of the layouts do have rules you can follow. You'll see you'll see a little something and you go, now I know exactly where to go. Or you just memorize everything. So again, I'm going to try and move into the middle. So we have a dead end here. So I'm still going to try and move into the middle. So I'm going to go up. Can't do that. Can't go down. So now I can only assume... So this can still actually veer into the middle here. But now it definitely can't. So it can basically only be bottom left now. And obviously this isn't 100% science, so as you can see, it's actually veering into the middle very late. So now we know it's in the middle. But since, if we look at these two here, they kind of falsely showed me that it can't be in the middle. So obviously I'm going to try and go down to the bottom. But incidentally on this layout, it also blocked off. It blocked off down here, which also made me realize that yes, it actually can be in the middle. So we'll do a few more. Again, this is not a 100% science, but it is, for me, it has been a 90% science. So again, I'm gonna try and move into the middle. This I already know is going to be a dead end. So it is pushing me towards the middle, which means it could be here. Now we've already passed where we came from, in terms of like, whatever the word I'm looking for is. So now by memory, I know it's going to be up here. But since it's not in the middle here, it can't be in the middle anymore. I already know from memory it's going to be up top here. But by following, always assume it's the inner layout. I actually found the Warden's Chamber almost immediately. So again, my preference is always to go to the right side. It's not always correct, but it just is my starting point. So I'm gonna again try and move into the middle. It doesn't appear as if I can go into the middle. So if it's not a dead end downwards, it's going to be in the bottom over here. Actually, it can still be in the middle. Yes, it is in the middle. So my problem here was that I assumed I was looking for an upper layout into the middle, and I just completely ignored that it can also go down into the middle. But again, always assume it's in the middle. Oh my god, I'm dragging this out a little bit too much, but thank god for timestamps. So we'll do our last one. Again, we'll assume it's going to be in the middle. I can't go into the middle, so we'll see if we can go down into the middle. It doesn't appear as if we can, so we'll try the corner, the bottom. Yeah, so here it's definitely going to be down here. And we know this because we can't go up into the middle, and we can't go down into the middle. I'm really hoping I'm not blocking anything. Good. So I already know, because I couldn't go into the middle here or here, that it is definitely going to be here. Well, I'm not exactly there. I'm taking my camera out there. Not exactly here, but I mean, I was on the vicinity. All right, we're done with Upper Prison now. Let's move on. All right, so we're now in Act 2. And I'm going to show you how to find the Weaver immediately and some tips and tricks on finding Alira. So Weaver is always going to be on the opposite side of the road. So if you have the waypoint here, Weaver is going to be on this side. And there's the Weaver's Chamber. So if we reset a couple more times. So to go across the street. And once we find the spider webs, we know we're on the right side, obviously. If I can have some little bit more cooldown recovery, and there is the cave. We'll do this one more time. Alright, so we'll cross the street, opposite from the waypoint. And we see the spider webs, that means we know we're on the right side. I wasn't really planning on doing Weaver's Chambers, but whatever, we're here. So as you can see here, we have a pass downwards, directly downwards, and we have a pass to the left of us. Sometimes you can have a pass to the right as well, up here. What you don't want to do is take the path directly down. You want to take the one that veers off to the side. So if I would have a path over here on the right side, I would take that one. But since we have one on the left, we want to take this one. And typically, we'll just want to follow it. Like if it goes up, we want to go up. If it goes down, we want to go down. We just hug the wall and head straight down. And there it is. Let's see if I can reset this a couple more times. Alright, so here we have 2 down and 1 to the side. So we're going to take the one to the side. And there it is. So we got one to the side and we got one down. So we'll take the one to the side.
Just need a moment to catch my breath.
And there it is. So that should hopefully explain Weaver's Chambers. Then of course we have Alira. So what we want to do is we want to look for some lanterns. Like this little thing here. Well, it's not really a lantern, but you get what I mean. And off the side of this, you can actually see a path. So if we follow this path, a little bit hard to see, we end up where Alira is. So I don't think I really have to showcase this more than once, because once you find this one off the zone, so once you find this off the road, you know where Alira is. Also, Alira is also always opposite side of where Weaver is. So what you would typically do is you would kill Weaver, you get the quest item, log out, and then you take the waypoint back in, and then you just head the exact opposite direction, and then you just hug the wall, and then eventually you are going to run into her. So that's 2 ways of finding Alira. A little quick tip for Sins level 1. So this is also going to be true for part 2 in Act 7 Sins. You can see the waypoint here is, it has like 4 possible spawn points. You got right, you got down, you got left, you got up, depending on how you view it. So where the waypoint points is always where level 2 of Sins is going to be. So if I make a new zone and hopefully the waypoint will move and you will pay attention to where it moves, it is in the exact same spot. Of course. Okay, so now you can see the waypoint moved, right? Earlier, the waypoint was up here, but now it moved down here. So that means level 2 is going to be down here. So this is true for, as I said, part 2, Act 7 Sins as well. Something you might find interesting is in every corner of Sins, you will find a blue pack. So if you're behind on XP, you can just farm the corners of Sins level 1, kill the blue packs to get some quick XP. So next up we have the Ancient Pyramid located in the caverns. This is going to be on our way to killing Vaal. Now, finding these stairs, I don't actually have an exact science on. I pretty much always check up here. If it's not there, then, it's either going to be up here or here. It pretty much only have 3 spawn points, but that's not what we're going to talk about. So, it's Ancient Pyramid itself. So, Ancient Pyramid has 3 floors. Please don't have 4. So the first floor is going to be it's going to be insanely random where the next set of stairs are going to be. Once in Ancient Pyramid level 1, once we find the first set of stairs, from here on out it's going to be very, very easy, because now the stairs are directly, like diagonally from where we start. So I already know the stairs are going to be up here. See? Straight connected to each other. And the next floor is going to be exactly the same. See? And then we have the apex, which I guess technically counts as 4. But yeah, the very first floor is going to be random. The first floor does not follow these rules. So here we are in Lunaris Temple level 2 on our way to PoE. Now, I don't actually have a way of knowing exactly where to go from here. I know there exists a way of reading the layout just from the start, getting to PoE. I just don't know about them. What we're going to do is we're going to pick up from the second half of that strategy that I don't know of. So, once we reach the last set of stairs, so as you can see here, so once we reach the last set of stairs here, if you see, there's actually 2 wagons on one side and there's 1 wagon on the other side. The way we want to go is where there is only 1 wagon. So here's 2 wagons, and I'm going to go here, and it's going to be a dead end. So we're going to look for the side that has only 1 wagon, and this is going to take you to PoE. So there's also one more kind of dumb way of knowing which way to go, which is actually the way I've been using for years. Because I can never remember, is it 1 wagon or 2 wagons? So if we, I think this is most I can zoom out, is it? No, we can actually zoom it out a little bit more. So if we imagine this zone as a square, as a full square. So if we see it from the start, it allows us to go up. So if we imagine this being the bottom of the square, and we look on this side, that means that there's not enough room over here to go down. So again, this is a very dumb way of looking at which way do I go. Instead of 1 wagon, well, that's the way we're going. 2 wagons, that's the way we're not going. It is dumb, but it is also 100%. Now, so here we are at Sceptre of God. Now, this one's kind of hard to actually explain, but what we're going to talk about is not actually the very first floor, but the remainder of the floors. So obviously the stairs are going to be either here or here, because you can only be on 1 or 2 places of level 1. But once we hit level 2 here, so again, if we imagine this zone as a square, or maybe more like a circle. So what's going to happen here is the game is going to, for the most part, force you out here and then down and then here. So it's going to be like a half circle on, for the next stairs. Sometimes, rarely, it is straight across, which is fine because we still have to go straight across to be able to go into the middle and then back in here. So I'll prove my point by pretty much directly go this way. So while I was technically proven wrong by it not being here, it's still a half circle. Again, I don't have like a 100% way of knowing or even explaining, but basically I just do the half circle and it works every time. So we'll do the rest of the zone. So we'll just kind of figure out where we are in the corner. So obviously, what the layout is telling me now is I need to go like this. And that is what I'm going to do.
Just need a moment to catch my breath.
And we had the exact same as previously. So even if it's not up here, like on the way, we still know we're going the right way. So again, we're just trying to figure out where we are on the thing. We're looking for like the triangle piece here. So this would tell me that we're top left of the piece. So so this is either going to be a half circle like so, or a half circle like so. So we'll just gamble on it being this way, and just straight across. Now another thing very important is I was trying to find a second corner here, but... So, here's a corner where the room isn't, and the way we can actually tell this is not where it's going to be, I mean, obviously we don't see the orange door, but what we do see is we see monsters in here. So monsters can never spawn inside where the stairs are. So this is one of the rare instances where it's actually straight across. But again, if we follow the logic I've been talking about here, is if we do the half circle, we do end up there. And if we do the other half circle, assuming the door is going to be over here, we will find the room on our way there, like we did on the other ones. So again, we're just going to piece out, where are we? We seem to be at the bottom. You know, bottom right, we can say. So we're going to assume the layout is like this, if you follow my cursor. It can also be straight across, but that's fine, because we have to go out here anyway in order to go down here. So I'm going to assume directly, straight away, that it's over there, which seems to be wrong. Unless we are on the very last floor. I don't actually know if we are. Okay, no, we're not. So here's the first time where it's actually the full half circle. Now on the very last room, and I do believe we are on the very last floor right now, it is always straight up. So there's 6 floors in total. So once you hit 6, you have 1, 2, and 3, and once you hit the 3rd floor, we are on the upper Sceptre of God. So upper Sceptre of God has 1, 2, and 3 floors, and this would be the 3rd floor on upper Sceptre. And all we do is run straight up. So we're now going to go into Act 4, and I'm going to show you a couple skips you can do in Kaom's Dream, and a couple skips you can do in Daresso's Dream. So we'll start with Daresso. So here we have the first skip. So we need to use a smoke mine. So I'm probably going to fail this skip because it's really, really difficult. Actually, before we actually show you the skip, I'll show you why we're skipping. So here's a gauntlet, as you can tell by the doors. We enter the gauntlet, and now we're stuck in here for like 2 minutes. So now we have to fight these mobs for like 2 minutes. Not literally 2 minutes, but you know. So let's say we don't actually want to fight the mobs. Now we're going to show a little trick here, how to skip the gauntlet. And we do this with a smoke mine. So we want to be a little bit inside, not fully, but a little bit. And then the aim is going to be the biggest practice here. But I know I can throw it there. And you can see the doors are still open. Now the next problem is I don't actually know where I can throw the next one. I don't think that's far enough, and I don't think I can actually... No, that's not far enough. I'm going to try and throw it a little there-ish. Hey, okay. And then we can throw a next mine there, and boom. So basically, if you can position yourself right in between the cell doors and the main doors, the doors won't close. Let's see if we can try this one more time. Okay, so here we go. Here's another one. I want to be... I probably have too much movement speed to position myself perfectly, but we want to be a little bit inside. We're going to aim there. And then... Well, we don't actually have to aim a whole lot further here, because, you know... But if we wanted to go over there... that's a good question. It's just... You just have to practice this a lot. I still need to practice this a lot, so this one's not a gauntlet. We'll see if we can probably go from the other way, because we still haven't done the gauntlet. Just want to be like so. I think we can be there. Or that might be too far down. That's too far down. Yeah, as you can see, it's really, really difficult to pull off. So we just came from Daresso's Dream. So once you get to the waypoint, you always want to go to the left. Because the right side, and this is 100%, the right side is going to be a dead end. See, no door. Alright, so here we are in Kaom's Dream, and I'm going to show you a trick very similar to the one we just did in the arena with the gauntlet. So if you find a lava wall like this, we can actually do a skip with smoke mine again. And this can actually save you multiple minutes. So as you can see here, if we can get up here, like to get here, we have to walk all of this and then down here. So it's gonna actually save you multiple minutes. So it's a little bit trial and error. If you throw a smoke mine until you see it's thrown, we can also might have to reposition ourselves. I don't know. We should be around here. I usually don't fail this hard. There we go. And this is usually followed by a second wall that we have up here. There we go. I'm usually not this bad at this skip, but whatever. So yeah, this can actually save you multiple minutes. This skip can be done with blink arrow as well, but not with flame dash. So I think you can only do this skip with blink arrow and smoke mine. So this is basically a hardcore tip, but I'm gonna show you a little survivability. I'm gonna show you a little survival tip on the Brine King you can do here. So once we get him down to where he does this little thing, where the walls close in and he does the whatever, we take a portal and then we go back in and then we do nothing. And then we wait for all of this to disappear. Because we have a grace period that says that you can't be damaged. So this is mostly like a hardcore thing, but if you don't want to die in softcore either, you know, once you start doing this, you just TP out, TP in. Once you TP in, you do nothing until everything goes away. So here we are in Northern Forest, part 2. So this is a similar time-saving tip, trick, as we did in the Submerged. So once we find the red ticket, we put a TP up here, and then we just keep going to the next zone. So once in the causeway and we find a waypoint, we go back to town. We then take the portal we set up. And now we do the red ticket by collecting the flowers or whatever it is and killing Gruskool. So in my honest opinion, this doesn't really save you that much, maybe 30 seconds, but thought you should know. Okay, time for Vaal City. So Vaal City is actually fairly easy. Unless you get this layout. If you get this layout where you end up in front of like a cliff or whatever and you have to go like way to the left, what you want to do is you want to go back to the causeway. You then hit control and you make a new instance because fuck that layout. This is what you want to see. You want to be in the ruin straight away. So what you do is you pretty much just hit straight up until you hit the wall. So here's the wall. And then you just hug this. Actually, this is the wall. And then you just hug this until you can go into the right. And here it is. So let's do this a couple more times. So straight up. Oh my god, we got the bad layout. Yeah, so when you get that layout, just leave and make a new one. I promise you. Alright, so straight up until we hit the wall. This wall, and then as soon as we can go in to the right, and there it is. I'll still do this a couple more times. Straight up until we hit the wall. Then follow, and when we can go into the right, just straight in. See? Easy. So the very last zone we will be doing is the Grain Gate. Now, as you may have noticed, I can't actually zoom in on this, but here is a dead guy, and here is a door. Whenever there's a dead guy at the door, this is actually the path you want to take. The dead corpses actually points towards the right door that you need to take. So here's a door, but here's no corpse, so this is going to be a dead end. So if we go in here, yeah, it was a dead end. Move on to the next door. Here's no corpse, so this is also going to be a dead end. Or the wrong way, at least. But here's a dead guy, so this is going to be the right way. Here's also a dead guy. That means this was the right way to go. Oh, and hey, here's the Imperial Fields. So I hope I have actually genuinely improved this video compared to the other two, and I hope these have been somewhat helpful to some of you. Now, I don't actually know how, but I've been recording for 2 hours, so it's going to be editing hell for me. But yeah, see you in the next video. Bye!